Hey, what's up? I just wanted to tell everyone, don't forget that a smile can hide 1,000 tears. If anybody out there is struggling with mental health or struggling with suicidal thoughts, I understand. Oh, trust me, I understand. I know what it's like to have this intense pain inside of you for years and to be fighting an internal war 24/7. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to feel like a burden, to feel like a failure, to feel like an embarrassment. I know what it feels like to want to end that suffering and go to sleep forever. I know what it's like to be constantly searching for peace and becoming frustrated because you never seem to grasp it. Trust me, I know. I know what it's like to have those urges to slit your arms, to want to feel the cold steel on your skin because the physical pain temporarily blocks out the emotional and mental pain. I understand. For anyone going through what I just described, trust me, there is a light at the end of the tunnel and there is hope. You are not going to suffer forever. And if you sit with your sadness and you think about where it's coming from and you work on yourself, eventually you will heal. Hope. Hold on. Pain ends. It's not going to be hard like this forever. You have to keep fighting. Suffering is what makes us stronger. Suffering is what builds character. Like Chester Bennington said, there's two people inside of me. There's Adrian, who everybody sees, and that's the normal person, I guess. And then there's Thomas. There is a dark side to me that is always trying to convince me that I'm no good and I'll never amount to anything. There's a dark side of me that's trying to convince myself to kill myself, and that sucks. I wish I could just be normal. I wish I didn't have a chemical imbalance in my brain. I wish I could just function normally. I wish my emotions weren't out of control. I wish this depression wasn't so heavy. I wish this anxiety wasn't so chaotic. I wish the voices in my head would shut up. It's very, very draining and it's very exhausting having to constantly fight this battle and having to constantly convince myself that I matter and that I actually belong here because I don't feel like I belong here. I am very different. I think differently, I see differently, I feel differently. I sometimes wonder if I'm even human, as strange as that sounds. You ever feel alone in a crowded room? You ever feel alone even when you're amongst family and friends? You ever have people that you can talk to and people who reassured you that they cared about you and yet you can't talk to anybody about what you're going through because you don't want them to judge you or you don't want to burden them with your problems? It's a very very dark thing to deal with. And you see, I'm not like regular people. I have issues that I can never talk about with anybody, and I'm not being dramatic. If I opened up my secrets and I showed you the skeletons in my closet, you would tell me to kill myself. You would encourage it. You have no idea what I've done. You have no idea what I've been through. I don't deserve to be here. I am very scared that one day I'm gonna snap because even though I deal with intrusive thoughts and even though I deal with the voices in my head and even though I have suicidal tendencies, I still want to live life and I still want to experience life and I still want to prove that my depression and my anxiety does not define me. I have goals and I want to achieve those goals and I want to build a life with my better half. but I'm scared I'm gonna snap. I'm scared I'm gonna have a breakdown, and everything that I just mentioned is gonna go out the window. Because there are times when it doesn't matter how many people say they love you, it doesn't matter how optimistic you are. There are times where you get so suicidal you don't give a fuck what happens, who you hurt, how selfish it is to commit suicide. You just want to do it, you just want to end it, you just want to leave this earth forever, because this earth is full of suffering. And it seems like the good people always get it the worst, and it seems like the innocent suffer the most. Why? Why? I don't understand. This world is a very cruel and mean place, and it will tear you apart. Even the strongest soldiers will be dismantled by the evils of this wicked planet. I am a star seed, I am an indigo child, I am a light worker, and I believe that I reincarnated on this planet to raise the vibration of humanity and to help as many souls as possible find their true selves and find the higher power and open their third eye and all that good stuff. And that is part of my depression, and that's part of why I feel like a failure too. I feel like I'm failing my mission that God gave me. I feel like I'm not helping anybody. I feel like, if anything, I'm just hurting those around me. If I'm not helping, why am I here? That's part of my train of thought. I know it's unhealthy, and I know that's not a good way to think, and I know I set myself up for failure with these expectations. I self-sabotage. It's another symptom of mental health. It sucks a lot. But listen, just keep swimming. Like Tori said, just keep swimming. Things will eventually get better. You have the power to change your life. You are stronger than you think. And I'm saying that to anybody out there who is dealing with the same stuff I am, and I'm also telling this to myself. I need to say this out loud, and I need to make this video so, one, I can vent, and two, I can, instead of letting all this be bottled up inside, I let it out. And I guess that's what venting is. I just reiterated that. You have to learn how to train your mind to find the good even in the worst situations. Even though that's really hard to do, you got to learn to do that, and you have to have some sort of hope. I hope this makes sense. I don't know if I'm just rambling. I hope that makes sense. It's very important to love yourself. Hating yourself will get you nowhere in life. Don't place unnecessary obstacles in front of you. Love yourself. Love every part of yourself, not just the good, even your flaws and even your weaknesses. Those are a part of you. God designed you in a special way for a reason. We may not always understand that reason, but in my personal belief, everything happens for a reason, and we're designed this way for a reason. I was given a curse, and I have this curse on me, and I'm not quite sure how to deal with it, and I've been dealing with this curse for years. But I know it's for a reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's for a reason, right? I hope